Unbelievable end in Sunrise, Florida last night. The Tampa Bay Lightning beat the buzzer, take a 2-0 lead over the Florida Panthers. What the hell is going on? NHL hockey, NBA basketball, college baseball, all over the place today. This is interesting to see. What is interesting to see today? Your daily sports podcast. I'm Nick. The top story today is college football. We have two coaches going back and forth in the media. Remember yesterday we played the whole Nick Saban steer stuff about how Texas A&M bought every player and how NIL and blah, blah, blah. This is days after he was talking about wanting parity back in college football, Nick Saban. So then Jimbo Fisher, the head coach of Texas A&M, responds to Nick Saban. Let's play the whole clip in its entirety. What does Jimbo have to say? All right, Jimbo, this is his response.
I'll say it's a shame that we have to do this. It's really despicable. It's despicable that somebody can say things about somebody and an organization. More importantly, 17-year-old kids. You're taking shots at 17-year-old kids and their families. And they broke state laws. They're all money. We bought every player on this group. We never bought anybody. No rules were broken. Nothing was done wrong. It was all in the way we do things, the ethics in which we do things. And these families, it's despicable that a reputable head coach could come out and say this when he doesn't get his way or things don't go his way. The narcissist in him doesn't allow those things to happen, and it's ridiculous. But when he's not on top, and the parity in college football he's been talking about, go talk to coaches who coach for him. You'll find out all the parity. Go dig into wherever he's been. You can find out anything. And it's a shame that you got to sit here and defend 17-year-old kids and families and Texas A&M because we do things right.
Okay, first of all, making this about kids is dumb. No one cares about that, obviously. Like, you care about 17-year-old kids now? Okay. That's stupid. But the rest of the stuff is pretty true. Saban is going to be mean. I don't know. I wouldn't piss off Alabama. I don't know. They definitely do not. I'll be very clear. Alabama does not have Texas A&M money. They just don't. No one does except for Ivy League schools in Texas and, like, some other places. They don't. They have billions of dollars. It is one of the largest. It is not just the endowment. The alumni are filthy oil rich. Like, that is a rich, rich place. But Alabama can come after them too, and the players want to get paid. I don't know. It is entertaining, these guys with their southern accents and their West Virginia accents going after each other. You might as well have thought this was happening at a gas station. But making it about kids, Jimbo, taking the high road? You, the Jameis Winston stuff? You're taking the high road? No. Saban then took the high road and apologized. And then the story got boring. Coming up this weekend, Liverpool is going to attempt to do something called a trophy sweep. It's winning multiple things over the same amount of time. So, in European soccer and in English soccer, there are various cups. The Champions League is the best teams in Europe and some of the Americas, sometimes kind of, not really. The Premier League is the best league in England, and the FA Cup, which I don't understand, I don't remember what that stands for, but it's just this other thing in England that doesn't quite mean as much as the Premier League Cup. It's like the third best thing. Liverpool won the FA Cup. They won the Champions League. No, they won the FA Cup, then the League Cup, then the Champions League Club, but they're going to try to figure that out this weekend. I think they have Chelsea. I think they play Chelsea this weekend. I'm kind of interested to see this. Not a lot of teams have ever pulled this off. Good for them. RIP Liverpool was having one of the greatest seasons of all time when the pandemic hit. It's a bummer that they didn't get to finish that off, but they did end up winning the league when the restart happened. I will be paying attention to that over the weekend. It's cool. It's exciting. When we talked about Championship Saturday or Championship Sunday yesterday, it's kind of fun. I like it. I don't mind it at all. All right, let's go to college baseball before we get into the playoffs. A couple things happened last night. I'm going to bring up a picture on your screen. 27-2 in the SEC. That's not a football score because Tennessee would never score 27 points on Mississippi State. No, but they did score 27 runs. That's number one Tennessee in Mississippi State. Scored 27 runs. Oh, my God, what a shit show, SEC baseball. Ah, ha, ha, I cannot do that. You think that was the craziest score last night? False. I don't know the final, but I know on the bottom of the eighth, your Iowa Hawkeyes were beating the Indiana Hoosiers 30 to 16. This picture was posted at 11:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the year of our Lord. There were 4 outs remaining in the game. The bases were loaded. 30. Well, I gotta check the final score. Did they get any more? Iowa Hawkeyes. And now, you know what? That's just burying the lead. Iowa allowed 16 runs. What? Gross. There has to be some sort of mercy rule. Because college baseball, this does happen occasionally, and it's actually not that entertaining. At a certain point, you're like, all right, you win. Let's get the fuck out of here. All right, so the final score was 30-16. That is significantly more points in the baseball game between Iowa and Indiana than what happened in the football game. Significantly. I would bet an ass ton of money that if they play, I don't know, do they play? I'm going to find out if they play. If they play, I will bet there has to be some sort of parlay because there's no chance in hell that Iowa and Indiana would score more than 46 points in each other in football. No chance. Absolutely not. Zero. I want to see the schedule. I'm super excited about this now. Sports. Football. I know this is riveting content. Do you think, there's just no way, right? There's absolutely no chance that Iowa and Indiana drop 46 points in each other. Do they play this year? Fucking no. Damn. The Big Ten does have a letter problem. Here's their schedule. Okay. RMIONPWMN. That is their schedule. Wait, one has Ohio State through it. Oh, wait, and if you include Iowa State, it's I. They also played Nevada and South Dakota State. But, okay, I digress. Let's go to the playoffs. NHL playoffs last night. RIP Florida Panthers. They go down early in the game. They're playing the best goalie. Maybe, and the conversation's starting to happen. Maybe, is he the best goalie of all time? He's 100% certain the best playoff goalie of all time. I'll put my name on that. No problem. But they finally get a goal. They tie it up kind of late in the second period. They're playing a good third period. They get a power play at the end. They're 0, I believe, in 25 in power plays. I could be wrong. It's either 0 in 23 or 0 in 24. Could be 0 in 25. Somewhere in there, despite having all of these really good players. They allowed a goal with 2 seconds left in regulation. Now, you can make the argument pretty simply that if you go to overtime, the same thing could have happened. But with the way that they allowed the goal, they're just kind of like the lazy way you allow a goal when you're a youth player. Like, the game's over. It wasn't over. It was a great pass, and the defenseman just bailed on his front-of-the-net responsibilities to go try to get the puck, I guess, and there's a dude wide open. You're never that wide open in front of the net in hockey, and he buried it. Other scores from around the NHL. The Blues stomp the Avs. Is it happening? Is the meltdown occurring? The Avs, on paper, significantly better than everybody else. The worst team that they could face are the Blues, who nobody really understands why they're good. They're kind of wily. They won a cup a couple years ago, pre-pandemic. They're still got a lot of the same guys. Jordan Binnington, their goalie, seems to be back. So the Blues beat the Avs. That series is 1-1. 2 games tonight, 8 p.m. Rangers at Hurricanes, right down the road from me in Raleigh, North Carolina. Then at 10:30 p.m. on Friday night. That's fun, though. If you're going to go out and get wasted, a game will start at 10:30 p.m. It kind of, in the East Coast, it makes you feel like your whole night's in front of you if a game's just starting at 10:30. It's not bad. I don't mind that. In the NBA, yet another blowout during the playoffs. The Heat get crushed by the Celtics at home. That series is 1-1 and headed back to Boston. Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals, Mavs at Warriors, and the NBA has gotten, it's tough, man. There just have not been a ton of good games. There have been plenty of good games throughout the playoffs, but there have been more not good games. The Grizzlies played some good games when they were back in the playoffs. The Sixers and Heat played some good games when they were doing it. The Bucks and Celtics had some really good games, but for the most part, it just seems like night after night, it's just it's the second quarter, and you're like, this is dumb. I know that this game is over. That's how it goes. The NHL hasn't exactly lived up to the hype either. It's been a weird playoffs. Whenever the home team is blowing someone out, it feels a little bit better in the NHL because a 2-goal lead is theoretically erasable, but a 30-point basketball lead, even though it is theoretically erasable, it's just not going to happen. But a lot more overtime games in the NHL. The NHL playoffs have been a far superior product this year, especially with the way that the NBA playoffs have shaken out. Nobody wanted to see Luka and Golden State. The Suns would have been better. The Sixers and Celtics would have been better. It just, that's how it goes, man. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Get you out of here on your Friday. I'll make sure there's anything else. Oh, yeah, Greg Olson, who is kind of like a lame duck broadcaster because at some point Tom Brady will be coming to Fox allegedly for $375 million. Although Andrew Marchand, reporter extraordinaire for the New York Post, has kind of suggested in a recent podcast that maybe he's not that into it. Maybe it's just a hedge and he could walk away, which would be hilarious. What a hedge. $375 million guaranteed to call games. That's his hedge. Damn. Regardless, Greg Olson, who is the number 2 color commentator for Fox, now that Buck and Aikman have left, him and his partner Kevin Burkhardt are in the captain's chairs. So Greg Olson's going to call a Super Bowl. That was officially announced and reported by Andrew Marchand. I love Andrew Marchand. Here it is. If you want to see it on your YouTube machine. Look at Greg. Look at that jaw. Look at that jawline. That's a good old-fashioned American boy right there. I think he's great. I think he's incredibly good. I love him calling games. I'm bummed that Brady's going to kick him out, but that's the way it goes, man. That is the way it goes. And I will get you out of here on this in its first season with fans. Allegiant Stadium, the Death Star, as they call it, where the Oakland Raiders play, had a no-show rate of 14%. What happens in Vegas stays on your credit card bill. That's going to do it for this week. I'll be back and better than ever. Monday morning, we're going to review Championship Sunday. We'll look at the playoffs. We might have a clearer picture of what's going on in the association with finals around the corner. And I will be taking a hiatus as soon as the Stanley Cup is awarded, and I'll be back for football season-ish. Talk about that later. You can watch on YouTube. You can watch on Spotify, etc., etc.